Hello everyone, I am Soumyashree Senapati, Assistant Professor at Vedang Institute of Technology. So, today we will discuss the properties of material. If we don't know the properties of material, how can we differentiate the different type of materials into different categories? So, the first thing we need to know about the properties of material. By knowing the properties, we can differentiate into like which material can placed into in seeds, or which is more ductile in nature, or which is more elastic in nature. So by knowing the property, we will differentiate all those materials. So here are the 9 properties of materials. Okay, so we will discuss one by one now. Okay, so first property is our elasticity. What is elasticity? We know that in our stress strain case, so we know that we put some load on a material. After applying any load, so the material deforms in some amount. Okay, here if this is the bar, any kind of material, this is the bar. Okay, so after applying some load, what happens? There will be, if we push, okay, if we push the bar, then it will compact. Okay, so next if we pull the bar, likewise there is tensile force will apply, so it will elongate. Okay, but what happens next if the material, after removing the load, if the material can regain its original position or original shape and size, is the property what? Elasticity. Okay, now we know what is elasticity. Here is the definition. What the definition says, that the property of material by virtue of which, okay, a material deformed under the load is enabled to regain its original size and shape. Okay, elasticity is all about if applying the load, the material will deform, okay, or elongate, but after taking out the load, if it comes to its original position or shape and size, it is called as what? It is called as elasticity. Property elasticity. The best example for elasticity is your aluminium and copper. Okay, or steel. You can say steel, gold, all are elastic materials. Okay, now we know what is elasticity. If the material can regain its original shape and size, then it follows elasticity. Okay, so next is our what? Plasticity. The property plasticity is nothing but completely opposite of elasticity. How? As in case of plastic materials or plasticity, which material is plastic in nature? That follows the property plasticity. Okay, what is plasticity? That after applying the load, okay, after applying certain amount of load, it will deform or elongate, but in case it did not regain its original shape and size, if it did not return to its original shape and size, then that is called as plastic material. Okay, if this is the structure, after applying what? Tensile load, it will comes to like this. Okay, it will be like in this shape. So if it is in plasticity, okay, if this material follows the property plasticity, so what will happen? It will not return back to this position. Okay, this change in length will remain same. Its best example for plasticity is what? Plastic wrap, or you can say what? Plastic polythene bag. Okay, if we stretch the plastic wrap, it will stretch, but it will not regain its original position. Okay, by graphical representation, what happens? Like here is the small graphical representation I do. I will teach stress strain diagram of every type of material or ductile, brittle material in our next class. Okay, but here what happens if we take the x-axis as strain and here as what? Stress. Okay, what happened if we increase the load? What happened after? Yeah. Okay, here the E and stress. So what happened? We put the load. Okay, here change in length is very small. Then deformation will occur. Okay, it will break. After applying some load, what happens? After application of load, it will deform. Then when we change the load or we remove the load, then the body will remain same with the deformation. Okay. So after we remove the load, the length will become, if the original length is what? L. After we remove the load, it will become L plus del L. In case of which material? In case of plastic material. Okay. Here in case of plastic material. Okay. Now we can understand what is elasticity and what is plasticity. Okay. Is it easy? Yeah. Next is your what? Ductility. So what is ductility? Here is your proper definition of plasticity. Okay. You can screenshot it. Here, what is ductility? Okay. So what is ductility? First I will understand. Okay. Let's understand the name. What is ductility? It is the property of the material. Okay. It is the property of material which can do what? It can make the one material stretched into wire. Okay. The property of material associated with the ability to be stretched to form into what? One thin wire. Okay. What does it says? That ductility is what happened? We put some load. Okay. So it has the property. Okay. By doing what? Stress strain diagram, we will understand. Okay. It will not break until and unless it has the last phase of ultimate phase, you can say. Okay. When the stress increases, the strain will be increases. Okay. Here it is the linear material. Likewise, when we apply some load in case of any type of material, the material will have the ability to change its size into thin wire. Okay. The best example for ductile material is what? Is aluminium and copper. You can see what? Copper. In every type of electric wire, we use copper wire. Why? Because copper has the ability to be in a proper shape of thin wire. Okay. Next is your what? Brittle material. So what is brittle material? The material which has the ability to follows brittleness. Here brittleness is the property of a material. The best example of brittleness is what? Wood and glass. Why? Because, okay, example is not written. Wood and what? Glass. Because when we apply some load, okay, it will not resist the load. Okay, it will easily break after applying some load. What the definition says? The property of material that fractures when subjected to stress. okay, but has little tendency to deform, a very minute tendency to deform, okay. So that in case of wood and glass, the deformation doesn't shows properly. As we know, if here this is the bar, what made by wood, so what will happen here? If we apply some load or make it compress it, after some time it will break into two pieces, okay. So the fracture will be happen, as it is not what ductile in nature, okay. You can say brittle materials are not ductile in nature. In case of elasticity, okay, here the best example is your what mild steel, okay. Why? Here example is your what best example is, we can see like rubber. So rubber is visible in normal eyes and normal temperature, that if we stretch it, it will comes to its original position. But in case of metals, mild steel is better than what rubber, okay. So here brittleness, that what wood will be fractured in after taking some load. Next is your what, okay, here is the differentiate between ductility and brittleness. So in case of ductile materials, the metal can form into what very thin wire, but in case of brittle material, we cannot after applying some load, we can make the wood or glass into thin wire. We can cut it, by cutting the wood and glass we can reshape into thin wire, thin materials, but cannot form thin wire, okay. So it will easily crack and break. Here as written, it can be drawn into wires and it can easily crack or break, okay. So next is it shows deformation, but it shows deformation, yes, as you can see ductile materials can elongate or compress, okay. So in case of brittle material, it doesn't show any deformation, it will easily crack, it doesn't deform, okay. It is affected by temperature. So what is how it is affected by temperature? If we apply a very big amount of temperature or very large amount of temperature in case of steel, so after applying the temperature, we can make we can elongate the steel bar, okay. But if we apply more amount of temperature in case of steel, in case of wood, so there will be no change, okay. It is affected by stress only. Brittle materials can affected by stress only. So next is your what examples are here metals. In case of ductile materials, the best examples are all type of metals, but in case of brittleness, examples are wood and glass. As we are civil engineers, so we can take example what concrete. Concrete also what brittle material, but it has some compacting and compaction and tensions are there, but when after proper time, after we can relate it in another subjects, but after taking some long time, then it will not compress or tensile, okay. So next is your property what malleability. What is malleability? Like in case of malleable materials, the materials can elongate in all directions, okay. So we can make it what thin sheets, okay. For the definition says the property of material which allows it to extend in all directions, or simply allows it to form into what? Sheets, like thin sheets. Take aluminiums. Okay, so aluminium, we have seen it in small factories, there small aluminium factories. Okay, by using hammer they make the aluminium little bars. Okay, make bars into small sheets. Okay, we have seen it. Example what? Best example for malleable material is your what? Gold. Next is your property, what is toughness. Toughness is what? The property of the material which enables to resist or absorb energy without fracture. Okay, here by doing one stress strain diagram. So what happens? Okay, in case of ductile material or brittle material, the material will break, will be fractured, but after taking some load, while taking the load, okay, the first few minutes it will resist. That resist period and the time it will resist the load is termed as what? Toughness. Okay, if we apply load in case of material, so what happens? We increase the load, then strain is also increasing here. Here you can see strain is increasing. Okay, so one point comes while the material will break. Okay, will break into pieces. So until this point the material resists the load. You can understand from this stress strain diagram. Okay, let's take what? One steel bar. Okay, one steel bar we have taken here. If we applied some load in that bar, okay, in 1 minute we apply 1 kilonewton of load. So in 1 minute here the stress increases and also strain increases. Next 1 minute stress strain both increases. Next 1 minute also the same process. After taking the ultimate load, here in this point the material will break or there will be some crack, formation of crack. So until this point the material resists the load, that is termed as what? Toughness. Okay. Okay, that is termed as what? Toughness. So next is your hardness of the body. It is nothing but nearly similar with toughness. What the definition says is the property of material by which they are difficult to compress or scratch is called hardness. Okay, for an example, here by taking the example of my hand, if I scratch it with nail, okay, now I am putting less amount of load. Okay, if we stretch it properly, so what happens? One single line will occur as it is soft, as my hand is soft in nature. But if I scratch this whiteboard, what will happen? Nothing will happen, my nails will break. Okay, so what we can say? This blackboard or whiteboard has some hardness property than my hand. Okay, so the definition says nothing but that material which by they are difficult to compress or scratch has more hardness property. So how can we calculate the hardness property? By Brinell hardness number. The formula is your 2p upon pi into d, capital D, minus root over of d square minus small d square. Okay, so here P is your what? Applying the load applied, okay, in kgf, kilogram into force, and d is your diameter of Fresnel hardness ball. Sorry. Diameter of ball, and small d is your diameter of indentation. Okay, indentation. So you have understood the hardness property. Now what is strength? Okay, it is the ability to resist the stress or load. Okay, the definition says what? The ability to resist the stress or load. Nothing. If two people attack each other, so until one point they have the capacity to face each other's strength, but one point will be there, so one person will back out. Okay, so we can say that person has the strength, has less strength comparison with the another person. Okay, so that is the strength of the man. But here in case of steel bar, okay, what happens? If we apply some load, it will resist up to a certain point. That the resistance of the material is called as its strength. Okay, so next is your what? Creep. So what is creep? It is the permanent deformation, okay, which is observed due to what? Cyclic loading. As we can see that what? The load is applied, one type of load is applied suddenly, but another some type of load is applied continuously. Cyclic loading is nothing but what? Your continuous loading. Okay. Cyclic loading is nothing but about what? Continuous loading. If we applied continuously in case of any material or anything, so after some loading, okay, here in this case first we apply 1 kilonewton of load, okay, then in another some seconds 2 kilonewton, 3 kilonewton, 4 kilonewton, 5 kilonewton, 6 kilonewton, okay, up to that will, until that bar is not breaking. Okay, so after applying cyclic loading or continuous loading, it will deform, okay, permanently deform. That means some crack or fracture will occur in case of any type of bar. So that is termed as what? Creep. Okay, so in this class we have studied about all types of, nearly all type of property of materials. That is your what? Elasticity, plasticity. Elasticity and plasticity are totally completely opposite of each other. Okay. Next is your ductility and brittleness. That too completely opposite to each other. Next is your malleability. Next what? Hardness and toughness. Hardness and toughness are nearly equal. Okay. They are similar to each other. Next is your strength and creep. Okay. So thank you so much for listening all this. Thank you. We will see next class.